the track. Arch my back, just like this. Here for the night, you ain't burning. Just keep watching. Goes like this, move in the back, eyes on me. Hey, like that, just like this. Here for the night, you ain't burning. Just keep watching. Just keep watching. Just keep watching. Just keep watching.
Okay, we're gonna get started, and I have a really good topic prepared. Let me just fix this gallery view. Okay, perfect. Can you guys hear me good? Okay, perfect. So I thought that I was going to teach the topic that I've been studying for the last week, because I always like to kind of dive into different topics when it comes to growth, mindset, and awareness and business and all these interesting topics. And I thought that it would be a great opportunity to kind of teach what I just learned. So I don't think that we will be able to go through all of the topics today, but I'm pretty sure that we'll be able to go through two of them, and then we can save the last one for next week's call. And we just changed the name from Level Up Call to for a weekly webinar. It's still Level Up Call. We just changed the name, so we're going to continue with this every Tuesday. So let me dive into the topic, because today's topic is simply the science of getting rich. And it's such a huge topic that I've been breaking it down into different steps that you can follow, and you can kind of configure where you are in the process. And this call might not be for everybody. Not everybody is dreaming about becoming rich or being a rich human being, but it doesn't necessarily mean rich by money. So it's whether you have a dream and you want to work towards that dream, you want to build something, you want to create something for you. This is simply a formula that is still relevant to you no matter what your goal is. So I'm going to share my screen, and then I'm going to dive into it. Let's see, can you guys see it now? Okay, perfect. So the science of getting rich. I've been studying this topic from Bob Proctor. I'm not sure if you're familiar with him, but he has this whole course and this whole personal development industry that he actually developed with Earl Nightingale. And the science of getting rich was one of the most heated topics when it comes to his industry and what he was creating. So I was studying this book, and there were so many good principles to dive into when it comes to this. So I was thinking to go through the 7 universal laws, because most likely, if you feel like nothing is going your way, it's because you are working against the laws. But if you work with the laws and you are aware of the laws, everything will just flow for you. So that is the goal, to help you become more aware of what kind of laws that govern the universe, so you can actually work with them instead of against them. But I don't think that we'll have time to go through them today, because there are 7 of them, and I already have so many steps for you. So I am just going to dive into that. So the first topic, this call is basically divided in 3 different topics, but they all kind of glide within each other. So I thought this was so relevant for women in business, in investing, in building their dream lives. And that is creating an alter ego, something, a personal self that is separate from you, that you know today. It's separate from who you are when you are not doing calls, when you are not speaking with people. It's a alter ego that you can just simply tap into. So I am going to teach you how to create an alter ego. So when you see all these successful people out there, You see them on social media, you see them doing this, you see them doing that, and they're so successful, and you have this perfect picture of who they are. But that's just their alter ego. That's a person that they created. That was their dream person that they wanted to become. But they are not that person 24/7. If you were to meet them on the street, they probably was not channeling their alter ego. They were probably just being themselves. So it's two separate personalities. So one that you are today and one that you want to create. And the one that you are going to create is the one that is going to give you all the success that you are seeking. So it's two different things. And I don't know if this is totally new to you or if you thought about this before, but it actually has a strong connection to what I was teaching last week when it comes to creating that 2.0 version of yourself. It was basically that I was talking about. I was basically talking about how to create an alter ego, how to create a better self, how to create your best possible self. So that is basically what we're talking about today. And it's supposed to be something that you can just switch into when you have something important you have to do, when you want to get stuff done, you have to have this person available to you. So there are 4 steps in creating this person. So step number 1 is simply priming your mindset. You cannot create this person from a place of lack. So you have to put yourself in an abundance mindset. And how do you do that? So there is an exercise that I want you to do right now. So if you just close your eyes for a second and then you think about this one person that you really look up to. She is the best possible individual that you've ever met. You have not met her yet. You've only seen her on social media. But this person, she is so successful. She's giving this energy of love, enlightenment, and she always shows up as her best self, and she's always looking great. She knows how to show up in different conversations. She knows how to speak for herself. You can see that she loves herself. This person, you just really want to meet her. So you've been sending her so many messages. You've been stalking her. You've been going a bit crazy about this woman because you just really look up to her and you just really want to know how she did what she has done. So you actually set up a meeting to meet this woman at a coffee shop. So you walk into the coffee shop and you're about to meet this wonderful woman and you plan on asking so many questions about her best life advice, how she built this business, etc. And you're about to meet this woman. So you walk into the coffee shop, you say hello to the barista. The barista gives you a smile and asks you what you're doing here today, and you simply say that you are about to meet the woman of your dreams. So you're so excited, you're a bit nervous. You can feel your hands starting to get a bit what's it called? They're a bit hot, so you're starting to sweat a bit because you're a bit nervous. But you order your favorite coffee. The barista, she seems so nice. She gives you the coffee. She says that coffee is her favorite as well. So you take your coffee, you find a cute table with some flowers on it. You sit by the window so the sunlight is shining onto you. So you sit down, and then you're just waiting for this woman to walk through that door. She's going to walk through that door any second to meet you. So a few moments later, she walks in, and the whole cafe is just looking at her. Everybody is like, whoa, who is that woman? Her hair looks so flawless. Her makeup is so good. She's walking in there. She makes eye contact with the barista, all smiling. And then she greets the barista. And then you lock eyes with her. And you get such a butterfly feeling like, oh my, she is here. So she walks over to your table because she already sees you. And then you start having a conversation with this woman. Okay, you can open your eyes now. Who is that woman? The woman that you just met at that coffee shop is actually your alter ego. This is the person that you would want to become. So, step 2 Now you are going to design your character. So the woman that you just visualized is simply the woman that will become your alter ego. That is the person that you want to become. So life is simply a video game. So picture yourself playing this video game and it's your dream life. This is a life that you want to live. That video game is literally the life you want to live. So you have to design a character to live that life, to play that game in the best possible way. So creating your alter ego, you want to ask questions like, what is the character? Now, who is the character playing that game? You are going to write down, who is she? What's her personality? What is she wearing? What does she do every single day when it comes to making hard decisions? So, for example, it's 6 a.m. and the alarm goes off. Do you snooze it or do you go? And that's your alter ego. You're supposed to put it in perspective. What would that person do? And then you act like that person. So when I gave you the example of visualizing this woman at a coffee shop, you're meeting her, you've always wanted to meet her, you've been looking forward, you're starstruck by her, you're so amazed by her and what she has accomplished. That person, I just put you in an abundance mindset. So that was how you prime your mindset. You start visualizing, you start thinking limitless like this. So when you're designing your character, I want you to write down what kind of daily habits does she have? What kind of daily decisions is she making? What's her morning routine? What's her night routine? How does she show up in conversations? How does her bank account look like? How is her hair, her makeup, skincare, every single detail? Write it down. There are no limitations when you are designing your character. So that was step one and step two. Now that you've designed your character, you have to learn how to flip the switch, how to tap into that alter ego. You have to learn when it's time to channel her and being able to just simply become her. So this is where, first of all, you have to acknowledge that it is okay to not be this perfect person all the time. It's not possible. We're humans. So you have to be able to separate it. It's not you. This person who is going to build your dream life, it's not you. But you have to be able to channel it. You have to be able to snap into it. So when it comes the moment to actually channel her and become her, you have to make sure you build up energy and then you channel it and then you unleash it. So the most effective way to do so is simply to connect your alter ego to an anchor. So what's an anchor? An anchor is simply an external stimulus. So it can be, for example, I have my caffeine, probably not the most healthy thing. But as I am drinking this, I visualize that the drink has everything I need. It fuels me with everything I need in order to become her. So it can be caffeine, it could be a song that you put on. You can even click your fingers, just snap into it. But it has to be something that your brain associates with your alter ego. So you have to connect it to something. And then right before tapping into your alter ego, you have to do that thing. So imagine whatever you're doing giving you everything that you need in order to become it. So a really simple one. This is a great one. So you can, for example, lock your hands like this. And then when you're not squeezing them, you're in your feminine energy. Everything is with ease. But when you start to squeeze your fingers like this, lock them like this, you can feel the power going through. You can feel the power going through your hands. This is where you build up the energy and then you channel it and then you unleash it. And now that's some kind of exercise that you can do in order to tap into your alter ego. But the point is that you squeeze your hand and then you imagine you becoming her. And the more and more you build up that energy, you channel it and then you unleash it. And then it's okay, we're in this mode now. Does that make sense? I really hope it does, because it's a wonderful tool, especially for us women. It's simply that alter ego is probably operating in our masculine energy because that's where we get stuff done. Normally, us women, we're most likely in our feminine energy, but that's with ease. It's not where stuff are built or created. So this is a way for you to kind of jump into another version of yourself whenever it's needed. And then we have step 4, which is an activation hypnosis. I am going to send it to you in the chat, in the team chat, so you can have a look at it and try it out, because there you are going to do a hypnosis that simply teaches you how to kind of learn how to flip the switch between yourself and your alter ego. I really hope this was valuable to you. I thought this was but it was basically what I was talking about on the other call when it comes to creating your 2.0 version of yourself. Like, it's genius. Like, you have to have this person already designed. You have to know who it is you are trying to become. You have to know what kind of things that person do. You have to know how she acts. You have to know how she presents herself. It's just awareness. And the more you are aware of things, that's when things can change. So that was 4 steps to create an alter ego. And then we have 5 steps on building your dream life. So this one is so excited. So now that you have your character, now that you have the character you are going to play in order to build your dream life, you can start to get to work. So here are 5 simple steps on how to create your dream life. So first step, you have to build your mindset. That's the step number 1. And your mindset has to be go time. So you are most likely in your 20s or 30s. You have so much energy available to you. Like, you are in your prime. So do not waste time. Like, whatever you dream of is fully possible to achieve, but you have to start today. So I want you to switch from the soft girl program and go into the hard girl program. Like, this is where you get stuff done. So you kind of have to have some psycho energy towards your goal. Like, you have to be psycho about what you are trying to achieve. It's literally the only way that you are going to achieve it. And then it's also, you have to develop a successful hot girl mindset, because the successful hot girl is the one who's so magnetic. Her energy and her aura is just attracting everything and anything to her. So you have to feel that you are the valuable one. You have to know your worth, and you have to know who you are. And if you don't, your alter ego does. So this person is so magnetic. She knows exactly who she is. She knows her worth. She knows that she is the valuable one in this situation, and nothing can go past that. So that is kind of the mindset that you have to have, and that is kind of what we just created the alter ego for. This is where you get to use it. So the result of this mindset is that opportunities will just come knocking at your door. The goal here is simply to brainwash yourself. Just as you wash your body because it's dirty, like you've gone 24 hours without showering, you're dirty, you need to wash it. You have to brainwash yourself. You have to wash your brain, because throughout all these 20, 30 years, your brain is so vulnerable, so sensitive to information that is happening around you. It literally takes in everything without the filter. So you kind of have to wash your brain. You literally have to brainwash yourself. And then we also have, when it comes to mindset, when it comes to mindset and rejection, like when you are going after your dream, when you are building your dream, you will meet a lot of rejection, and you have to learn to love it, and you have to learn to be okay with it. You have to get used to it. So every time, for example, doing digital marketing, which is one of the ways to kind of create your dream lives, is digital marketing. It's what I do. It's what a lot of us girls are doing in this business. So digital marketing, you have to build a hard skin. Rejection cannot hurt you. So what we say is every time you get a no, you get closer to a yes. So you have to get excited about the no's. You have to learn to love them. And then when you get one no, you get closer to a yes. This is the law of averages. It's a mathematical law. So in life, you will get 99% no's and you will only get 1% yes. So if you know that ratio, you'll be happy to get a no because you're getting closer to the yes. And the 1% yes will actually make up for the 99% no's. Because the 1% yes, it is what's going to change your life. So mindset is literally the biggest factor when it comes to success. You have to have your mindset straight. And that is step number 1. You have to prime it. So let's move to step number 2. Step number 2 is simply choosing your skill set. So when it comes to the business and what we have available to us with SageMaster and digital marketing and all that, you literally have a plate full of skill sets that you can choose. So you choose a high income skill to learn, to love, and to make your life. I chose digital marketing. I am going to use that as an example because that is what I'm doing. That is what I'm familiar with. So my choice was digital marketing. So you choose a high income skill and you have to learn it, love it, and make it your life around it. So then you decide, this is what I am going to do. I am doing that. I am doing that. Once you've decided that you are doing that, the decision is already made. Then you go to work. You get to work. You start working towards it. And you don't quit before you've accomplished what you set out to accomplish. And then step 2, you have to be okay with starting at the bottom and having to prove yourself through your numbers. Like you have to let your production speak for itself. There is a formula to creating your dream life. And it says quality times quantity equals your dream life. So quality is how good you are at it. And when starting off, you're not really good at it. You have to train it. You have to become good. So quality times quantity. Quantity is where the hard work comes in. It's how much you do. It's how much production you do. So then you also have hard work plus building your skill set. So quality is simply building your skill set, and hard work is quantity. Yeah, I see. I wrote it. Yeah, whatever. So hard work is quantity, and building your skill set is quality. So you have to give it time and attention at becoming better at it, and you have to time it by work production. So the mindset you are going to have in step 2 is that you are going to be the hardest working person in the room. And it's a great thing. And most people do not want to be the hardest working person in the room. Like most people will say it seems so stressful. Like I could never handle that. It's too much responsibility. I just want to sip my pina colada and live a life of ease. Yes, me too. But in the beginning, if you want to sip a pina colada and live life with ease, most likely you're going to have to be the hardest working person in the room for a while in order to get to that point. So in step 2, it's important that you are focused, organized. You have to be kind of psychopathic with your work ethic, but at the same time be organized. And then there will be dark times, but dark times, they build your character. So every single ounce of hard work that you put into something, it will not go unnoticed. It's a law. It's the law of accumulation. So every single ounce you put in, you will get back some way or another. And then when you are in step 2, it's hard. Step 2 is hard. And nothing worth it in life comes easy. So you kind of have to know that before stepping into it. But it's kind of, you have the risk and you have the reward. The risk is basically the price that you pay, and the reward is what you are working towards. So it will be blood, sweat, and tears. And this is the part where you build your foundation. This is the part where you build your character. This is the part where you build your skills, your confidence, and all of that. So step 2 is hard. This is where you put in the work. This is where you focus on getting better. And then you have step 3. Personally, I know I am at step 3. And I can teach you how to get to where I am. I can teach you how to get to a full-time income. But if you want to go beyond where I am, you have to find another person who has accomplished what you want to achieve and listen to that person. But until you are at step 3, I can definitely teach you how I got to where I got to. It's very interesting thing. So I found out that I'm on step 3. And this is kind of where you get a hang of it, but you keep the gas pedal going. So the biggest mistake that people do simply when they go out to accomplish their dreams and goals, the biggest mistake people do is that they go through all that hard part when it comes to step 1 and step 2. And as soon as they are starting to doing good, they go up, they're doing good, and then they go plateau. They go sideways. So in step number 3, this is where you refine your craft. You go even harder, and when you have momentum, you push through. This is where you give it your all. You don't stop when you're comfortable, when things are going good, because things can always be better. Things can always get better. And this is where 80% of people stop. They stop what they do. That's why it's called the 1%, the 5%. So this is also where the winners and the top 1% is made. And then I just want to say, every single people you meet, some people you just know they are going to become successful because they have fire in their eyes, and they have the attitude that I am the best. I'm going to become the best. And this is where the best are shaped. So interesting. So the mindset you have to have, this is the mindset that is going to help you win in whatever you are trying to achieve. You have to measure your success on inputs rather than outputs, because inputs is the only thing that you can really control. So when you're doing really well, work extra hard. And when you're having a hard time, be nice to yourself, because your body and your mind needs the love. But when you are killing it, be hard on yourself. Do better. Do more. And this process, you literally just repeat it over and over and over and over again until you accomplish what you set out to accomplish. And the goal here is to stay level-minded. Do not get too high on the highs and do not get too low on the lows. Stay stoic, because this is how you prevent burnouts. I hope this was valuable. This is where I'm at the moment, and I thought it was so interesting. And then you have step 4. Let's see. So step 4, this is where you kind of made it. You are the best of the best, the top 1%. And this is where you get to a point where you've outgrown your environment, you've outgrown what you are doing, and now you want to scale yourself. You want to maximum yourself and grow beyond you in whatever capacity that looks like. So you have to choose something that you believe 100% in your capacity to do. So this is also where you are building something bigger than you. And you choose a direction that you know is it. It can either be business. If you see some kind of potential in growing beyond yourself when it comes to the business, do that. If there is some area that you can maximize yourself when it comes to yourself, do that. But think long term. This is where you start to think 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years ahead. And the result of this is that you grow into somebody unrecognizable. And this is also where you get FU money. So this is the interesting part. And this is literally the steps on creating and building your dream life. And then we also have step number 5, the last step. So when you have built up your dream life, when you have accomplished whatever you set out to accomplish, and you earn whatever amount of money that you believe that you want to earn, which is your goal, be smart about your money. Be smart about it. Make sure that your money is going towards something sustainable and long term. And this is where we are so lucky, because we have Sage Master. We have access to the gold market. We have access to crypto. We have gold. We have access to Forex and whatever. Like, we have the benefit here. So make sure that your money is going towards something that can generate income for the rest of your life. This is literally where you have money working for you. It takes time to get to that point, but this is the best thing that you can do as a woman. So for about 2-3 years, maybe even 4, maybe even 5, work insanely hard for money. And then you shove it into smart investments to have money working for you. So here is something. All the money that you have at that point, you worked for. So be smart about it, because it did not come out of thin air. So the result of this is actually freedom. This is where the freedom comes to life. And you deserve to build your dream life. So that was it for the presentation. I hope it was valuable. And then I actually want to listen from your part, for those of you who are here. If you want to unmute yourself and tell a bit about where in the process you are and eventually where you want to get to, that would be great. I am going to stop this recording.